The reason we have jealousy is because we resist jealousy. We fight it, we try to push it away, and so we don't understand it. We put up a resistance to it, and so we're strangers to jealousy. And in order to dissolve our jealousy, because we can't fight it, but we can dissolve the weight and the power it has over our inner peace and a calm, joyful mindset. But instead of fighting it, we have to accept it, and we have to look at it and embrace it. All suffering from jealousy lies in the resistance to jealousy. If we can love our jealousy and look at it, and we remain calm and centered, and we can tap into our higher consciousness and our higher wisdom and say, this isn't serving me. I see it, I recognize it, but I choose to not focus on it or to disturb my inner peace. And by looking closely, we'll see that jealousy isn't actually a real thing that is there. It may be things we see that we long for, and so we sit with that feeling. It may be someone showing off something they have and making us angry, but those are just words that is another person's life, and these are just comparative thought patterns. When we see the world as endless variety, we fail to see the oneness. And the comparative mindset thrives in this seeming object-fueled world we live in, which of course misses the true meaning of our lives that are non-material, like love, connections, relationships. And so we have to raise our awareness to this connectedness, this oneness. Raise this awareness to every emotional and mental state of our own mind, and make peace with what is, and use our powers of focus to turn our mind towards the things that really matter, towards making our lives and those around us better, more joyful, more peaceful and calm, more healthy and beautiful. And in this way, we turn our attention from jealousy of someone else's success into the creation of someone else's success. And this is the dissolving power that the light of consciousness can shine on the darknesses of things like jealousy and envy and greed. We can't control everything that happens to us. We can't control what other people do. And so we can't control everything that comes into our mental space. It may be something desirable, it may be something undesirable, or even our mind may constantly be projecting comparisons. But we can control how we view every situation that comes into our minds. Whatever enters our physical surroundings that are picked up by our sense perceptions and projected into our minds, we can learn to sit with whatever comes in peace and acceptance and even love. Having jealousy is worse than having the thing you're jealous about. It makes us obsessive and negative, and it feels terrible, and we hate that we are feeling this jealousy. And it is that hatred where the actual suffering lies. And allowing that jealousy to just be, and just even be a opportunity and a reminder to notice this funny little thought that pops in our head. This funny little clever, sneaky tactic of the ego. This brings our higher consciousness into play, and we can notice something without following that train of thought. We can notice something arise, and we don't have to believe it. We can just be aware of it. Because deep down, with our higher consciousness and intuition leading us, we fundamentally know that jealousy does not serve us. It wants to disturb our inner peace, just wants to give the ego something to fixate on. It'll keep the ego busy for so long, and that just strengthens the ego the more time it has in control of our higher consciousness, and does not want us to know that there is a greater wisdom within us, a wisdom that knows jealousy causes inner torment, does nothing for the other person, destroys relationships, creates negative feelings. And we do that simply by observing, looking close, turning our attention inward towards the jealousy, and raising our awareness to the jealousy and to the oneness of all reality, where we become one with the universe, where there is no separateness for yourself or someone else, because there is no separate you and separate them. There is only oneness. There can be no jealousy once we experience this oneness, because there is no I or you. There is only a force of love and consciousness when everything is stripped away. And so as we weed the seeds of jealousy and envy in our mind, let's plant and nourish the seeds of gratitude and love. And over time, you will see a beautiful garden of the mind.